All right, my name is Ro. I'm a whistleblower against Elon Musk. I'll give you the full story. Unfortunately, it is not actually false in my personal opinion. There was a lot of mental mind games, manipulation. There would be a lot of times where visuals, because they would never address you directly, especially not in my particular case, because of everything that occurred to start off with. So I was purposely kept hidden and then banned, shadow banned, basically shat on for like years on end. Because I knew information, that's why. So visuals, words, ideas were essentially plucked off of my account without my permission and then capitalized on by other individuals. A lot of times if you didn't provide, it was almost seemingly like if you didn't provide ideas or a certain information or a certain reaction, it felt, in my particular opinion, where they would start getting a little aggressive, where they would want you to spit out information. They would want you to spit out a response. They would want you to spit out an idea. So it was very much emotional coercion, I guess. But I'm gonna go back just a little bit, and this is how it all started. So April, May of 2022, right? Got on X. A few months in, I didn't like Musk at all. I was not really a fan. Like, I understood on some level, because I didn't know the guy previously, that he was allegedly this great humanitarian or whatever, right? Well, there was some weird love bombing stuff kind of coming on all these different accounts, and there was like some weird messaging by one of his alleged buddies. I don't know. There was all sorts of stuff going on at that time, and I was very new to like X, and I'm not a big social media platform person until the past couple of years. So I didn't realize how bad and how aggressive and how gross the entire internet had gotten, because I'd been pretty much reading like nonstop for like 8 years. Well, anyway, there was an alleged poem about a Valkyrie. Somebody stole the name Valkyrie or something like that. Well, it turned out to be from Grimes and Tish Siobhan or something like that, and that story didn't come out till like years later, right? So because of the love bombing and all that stuff, and I was speaking to Musk at that time, I'm not sure what I thought, but I got pissed. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm not dealing with it. So I chewed him out, and then I felt bad for chewing him out. And then I attempted to apologize, right, like a normal human. This individual, Elon Musk, proceeded to put either an employee or an actor, which turned out to be I think a member of his security team, in a headline in the news with a falsified report and a falsified story about an alleged stalker. I think it came out December 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, whatever, of December of 2022. I was in the hospital getting fluids for about 3 days during that time frame. And this Brandon Collardo had allegedly gotten codes from Grimes or something to that effect. So basically he had taken my words and my accusation and took an employee or an actor and then threw it into the media as a headline, as a scare tactic. That is how I know what he is capable of. Now, because I knew that information, I was kept banned, shadow banned, because he also didn't personally like me, and he's extremely, in my personal opinion, this is my personal opinion, besides the facts that I'm going to bring up. He is a very, very cruel, petty individual, and he will utilize whatever tactics he has to, including attempting to ruin other people's lives with lies. And there has been a pattern of behavior since he came out, just nonstop, year after year after year after year after year, lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit against this individual. And the reason I am bringing this to the forefront now, for one, he's always attempted to shut me up. Always. I've gone on other sites and I've gotten either banned or all of a sudden, like, my camera on my phone wouldn't work. Just weirdly, every time I tried to talk out, my camera would just shut off and stop working. Gee, that's interesting. I would get bots that would attack my account on purpose to attempt to get me to react. So that way they could take the information and then flip it and use it as evidence that I'm not just an absolutely terrible person and I just must be completely and totally fucking insane. Yeah. Gaslighting to the max. Using actual like MK Ultra style tactics. So that's how it pretty much all began, right? In December of 2025, I was almost run off the road by an individual attempting to hit me. 3 weeks later, 30 minutes earlier in the day, that same individual somehow managed to end up behind me, and then finally that third time, that individual looked like he was attempting to either T-bone me or run me off the road, as an attempted murder. Yeah, it's that bad. Which is why he wants me shut up. Do I think these things are connected? Absolutely. Absolutely. And then the belt on my car broke in March. I can give people some grace. And could there be potential coincidences? Yeah. But you can only give a person grace for so long. You can only take information with a grain of salt for so long before the evidence just finally starts to stack up against that particular individual. So John O'Reilly, 2005, filed a lawsuit, and this is his pattern of behavior, where he stole the concept of Zip2 that year, which is where he made his money. And then Martin Eberhard and Mark Tempening, they were the ones who had the vision for Tesla. Elon Musk came in as an investor and basically hijacked it. And then SpaceX, which everybody's pretty much claimed that he's using the exact same thing that like NASA was. The cyber backpack guy, he got his concept stolen. A former Google Uber engineer, Anthony Lewandowski, accused Musk about Tesla's safety record. Musk proceeded to lie about this guy, allegedly. Allegedly. This is Martin Tripp. What he does is basically, he will come up with a threat or in my personal opinion, a threat or I don't know. I don't even know how to explain this. So Tesla claimed that they had received a tip from a friend of Tripp, claiming he was going to blank the place up, claiming Tripp had unlawfully hacked Tesla's manufactured operating system. Based on what I know, in December of 2022, that claim was likely falsified. There's lists of alleged stalkers. There's lists of alleged threats. Jack Sweeney was among them. And that's who Musk started to attack because, oh my God, he had an alleged stalker. He's not that fucking special, honey. He's not that fucking special. Then in 2014, Christina Ballin, who actually had cancer, she was accused of using resources for a secret project which was considered embezzlement because she had claimed safety concerns. So basically, she claimed safety concerns, and then they flipped that shit around, claimed that she had embezzled from the company, and then proceeded to take her to court, and then drag her through court for years on end until the clock ran out. Nobody can afford that. Her reputation got ruined because of this stupid asshole. This is just lists of people with lawsuits. And this one ties closely. It hits close to home. April 17th, 2026, Daniel Baroulis filed a defamation lawsuit. He is a IT staffer. Or he was an IT staffer. Musk accused him of lying, claiming he filed a false whistleblower claim because Daniel had raised concerns that they were dealing with sensitive data, and Musk basically overrode him. Daniel's brakes were cut. That doesn't sound false. That sounds like attempted murder. David Cherry claims he was arrested on bogus allegations February 18th of 2025. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind, he owns tech. He owns tech, dude. He owns satellites. He owns engineers. He will threaten engineers. He will blackmail engineers. If you think he can't create an account or create a false allegation that nobody actually wrote, think again. Do you think that he won't use a bot? A bot, especially if he doesn't like you, that he won't use a bot against you and then claim it's you? Yeah, think again. Think again. I actually had one time I was sitting there watching my screen, and there was it looked like an individual that was like just like harassing me for whatever reason, and there was one name on the screen, and then I watched it literally physically in front of my eyes, flipped a spy, and then flipped back. You think they can't do that? You think they can't switch out the data? Oh, also every time I'm not sure if I said this. Every time I have tried speaking out, my phone goes wonky as fuck. Just wonky. If you think that they can't alter data or information or anything like that, it's digital. It's digital. They can alter whatever they want to, especially if they own it. A Tennessee man, Ethan Paul, what's his name? Early. An alleged threat. Lucas Krupski, former service tech. He brought up safety practices. He got fired. SEC whistleblowers, they got fired. This is just a very short list of individuals who have come up against this man. In my personal opinion, this man has stolen his entire career from other people. Their ideas, their concepts, going in and hijacking talent and then taking the talent and then abusing the talent. He's sitting there boasting that some of these kids are working like 18-hour days. Why in the fuck would you have an individual work 18-hour days? That would exhaust them into basically non-existent. You're chewing those dudes up and like spitting them out for your own purposes. You are abusing that talent. You are abusing their goodwill. They are the ones coming up with that stuff, bro. And here in comes, whatever billionaire tech bro that wants to come in and like steal all of it so they can capitalize on it. And then there's Sam Altman's engineer. Where'd that story ever go to? Peter Thiel's boyfriend. Where'd that ever go to? I was always the whistleblower. I was always the one he tried to hide. Sorry, babe. Your billionaire boy toy has no talent. And he's also a fucking con artist. And he will hurt whoever the hell he has to get that pretty little $1 trillion that he loves so much. Yeah. You think he's the good guy? You might want to go look back at his patterns of behavior, because that's fraud. That's so many different crimes. I couldn't even list them. I would literally have to start looking them up and give you a full list. I would have pages upon pages upon pages upon pages. I'm okay. I would have pages and pages and pages of people's names. And they were never believed because little Mr. Elon is a billionaire. Well, guess what, little Mr. Elon? If you ever attempt to fucking come after me again, I will have your ass in a goddamn courtroom. If I ever. My dealership knows exactly who the fuck you are. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, people know. And I have no intention of shutting up. You can quite sincerely go to hell. You think you can actually hurt people and put them into a fucking grave because you think you somehow have the right? Fucking think again.